Bobby, you are great in this film, and you have some emotional scenes too. This is a very raw film. There are a lot of great laughs, but this is dealing with real issues, and I know you've been open about your own addiction issues and being on recovery. So how was it just getting involved with this film that has such a great message to it? I guess that would almost feel therapeutic, but how was that experience?
Well, for me, I got a call from Theo and he goes, "Hey man, Lige is doing this movie." And so I got in contact with Lige, and it was when I showed up, it felt like I was just going to a meeting really. It felt like different than other films in the sense that it wasn't about me. I felt like I was like doing some form of service work, and it was just, I mean, it's not your typical movie. I mean, I don't know how much the movie cost to make, but it felt a little bit, not what I was used to. But no one complained. Everybody was just like in the pocket, and by watching it, I really thought that it was the best movie I've ever seen when it comes to this message. I felt authentic. I felt like the scenes between Jay and Johnny were like, I felt like a sponsor sponsee relationship, and I just felt like I was just blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. And GaTa, your character is so much fun in this because he has himself together, but he's such a shit stirrer and a prankster. So I was curious what you liked most about that character. Are you a bit like that in real life, or was this fun to play up?
Nah, I definitely like that in real life, because as much as positive and uplifting and serious as I am, you still gotta have that side where, you can make people laugh, you could probably see what you can do, push it to the limit, have some fun a little bit. Because at the end of the day, I'm not perfect. So I had a great time doing this role and just being able to be myself, but also add a little seriousness to it. Like I got my shit together, like you said, but yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, you're great in the film. And Bobby, you mentioned that Theo, was the one that called you and got you hooked up with this project. How great was it working with him? He's such a unique individual, so it couldn't have been ever a dull moment.
Yeah, Theo. I mean, he really impressed me in the movie because it was his first, I think, real film. And I mean, as soon as he did his first take, I was just like, oh my god, it was really impressive. Theo and Chelsea Lynn, I think that was her first movie, and then, it was the first time I saw Johnny really do that type of work. I mean, he was so good in the movie. I mean, he's such a great actor, and I was really just surprised by the whole project, and you know, it was great.
And GaTa, you've done like some really phenomenal work in Dave, and you've worked with so many hilarious actors. What was most unique about this film? Because there are just such a stacked room of comedians, and I'm sure people were riffing constantly. What was most unique about this vibe on Sweet Dreams?
The most unique experience about working with these people is just, kind of like working with the other actors that I work with, just seeing them, for a long period of time, excelling in their careers, doing dope things, like always hearing Bobby Lee name through Andrew Santino, then finally meeting them. It was inspiring, man, because I'm in my world, but, in their world, they doing their thing. So be able to be next to them and learn from them was great, man. So, yeah.
And Bobby, the baseball scenes are hilarious. Your character isn't seen as being particularly talented at baseball. What was kind of your background when it came to athletics and on the field?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Tyler. In the film, it seems like I don't know what I'm doing, but in real life, I think I was not the worst. I think dumbfounded was the worst. But I think I was like in mid. But it's like it's sad to think that people are going to see me as a bad athlete, but in real life, I'm very athletic. You know, I'm I'm very good.
And we get to see your before modeling shot too. And so, I mean, there's some impressive stuff in the film for sure. And Gator, my last question. You were really great in Anyone But You, and we've really seen that film just get a whole life of its own. How's it been? How's it been just seeing that resonate so much with people? Because that has become the surprise hit.
It's dope, man. You know what they saying? Rom-coms are back, and I was just happy to be a part of it. I never really saw myself being in a big box office movie that would gross over 200 some million. So just to be able to be a part of it, to add versatility to my resume and to do something that people don't expect me to do, man, it's an amazing feeling. And I think it gives me the credibility of saying, hey, I'm a dope actor.